Are your mornings feeling heavier and heavier? Have you been battling a persistent feeling of fatigue that no amount of coffee seems to touch? Or perhaps you've noticed your hair thinning, your skin becoming dry, or you constantly feel cold when everyone else is comfortable. Maybe it's a stubborn hoarseness that just won't go away, or a frustrating brain fog that makes it hard to focus. Hello, and welcome to a new episode of the Wellness Insight. If any of those symptoms sound familiar, you are in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that could be the hidden root of these issues, the health of your thyroid. Get ready to uncover the secrets behind those seemingly unexplainable symptoms, because today we're going to create a complete roadmap, revealing not only the foods that can harm your thyroid, but also the nutrients, habits, and hidden factors that can help it heal. Before we start, it's crucial to understand what your thyroid does. This small, powerful, butterfly-shaped gland at the front of your neck is your body's master metabolic control center. Its main job is to produce hormones that regulate how fast you burn calories, your body temperature, your heart rate, and even your mood. When we talk about thyroid problems, we usually hear two main terms: hypothyroidism, which is an underactive thyroid, and hyperthyroidism, which is an overactive one. Hypothyroidism is far more common and is linked to symptoms like fatigue, weight gain, and feeling cold. Hyperthyroidism, on the other hand, can cause anxiety, weight loss, and a rapid heartbeat. Today, our focus will be primarily on supporting an underactive thyroid, as many of the dietary and lifestyle factors we'll discuss are aimed at reducing the stressors that can lead to this condition. Now, let's explore the foods and substances that could be affecting your thyroid health. First on our list are peanuts. While peanuts and peanut butter are a convenient snack, they contain substances known as goitrogens, which can interfere with your thyroid's function by hindering the production of thyroid hormones. This is especially problematic for individuals already dealing with an underactive thyroid. Next up are cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, and cauliflower. While incredibly nutritious, they also contain goitrogens. The good news is that cooking these vegetables significantly reduces this effect. So, if you enjoy them, just be sure to steam, roast, or sauté them instead of eating them raw in large quantities. Now let's talk about soy. There's been a lot of debate about soy. Its compounds, called isoflavones, may interfere with thyroid function, and some research suggests that eating soy may interfere with your ability to absorb thyroid medication. For this reason, experts recommend waiting at least 4 hours after taking your thyroid medication before consuming any soy products. Another major one to consider is gluten, the protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. For many people, especially those with the autoimmune thyroid condition Hashimoto's disease, there's a strong link between gluten and thyroid problems. This is due to molecular mimicry. The protein structure of gluten is very similar to that of thyroid tissue. If your immune system is sensitive to gluten, it can get confused and start attacking your thyroid by mistake, increasing inflammation. Many people with Hashimoto's report a significant reduction in symptoms after adopting a strict gluten-free diet. We also need to discuss highly processed foods. Items like fast food, packaged snacks, and sugary drinks are loaded with sodium, unhealthy fats, and sugar. This drives inflammation throughout the body, putting stress on your entire endocrine system, including the thyroid. An underactive thyroid already increases the risk for high blood pressure, and the high sodium in processed foods can make this risk even greater. Finally, let's touch on alcohol. Consistent alcohol consumption can have a toxic effect on the thyroid gland and can suppress its ability to produce hormones. It's also inflammatory and can disrupt the healthy gut bacteria needed for hormone conversion. Moderating or eliminating alcohol can be a very supportive step. Beyond the plate, the pillars of thyroid wellness. True thyroid health goes far beyond just avoiding certain foods. It's about creating an environment where your thyroid can thrive. Let's explore 3 critical pillars. Pillar 1. Essential nutrients, the building blocks. Your thyroid is a tiny powerhouse, but it's only as good as the fuel you give it. Think of these nutrients as the essential raw materials. Without them, the factory slows down or stops altogether. Making sure you're consistently getting enough of these key vitamins and minerals is non-negotiable for optimal thyroid function. Let's break down the role of each. Selenium, the antioxidant protector. What it does. Selenium is, quite literally, a powerhouse mineral for your thyroid. It plays two vital roles. First, it acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting the thyroid gland from oxidative stress and damage, which is especially important in autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's. Second, it is a key component of the enzymes called deiodinases, which are responsible for converting the inactive thyroid hormone, T4, into the metabolically active form, T3. Without enough selenium, this crucial conversion is impaired, leaving you with symptoms even if your T4 levels look okay. How to get it? The easiest way to meet your daily needs is by eating just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day, as they are one of the most selenium-rich foods on the planet. Other reliable sources include tuna, sardines, eggs, and sunflower seeds. Zinc, the hormone starter. What it does. Zinc is necessary for the synthesis of thyroid-releasing hormone, TRH, in the hypothalamus, which signals the entire cascade of thyroid hormone production. A zinc deficiency can literally slow down the production of thyroid hormones, potentially leading to hypothyroidism. Zinc also plays a role in immune modulation, which is a significant factor in autoimmune thyroiditis. How to get it? Shellfish, particularly oysters, are the best source. For a regular part of your diet, focus on lean beef, chicken, lentils, and pumpkin seeds. Since zinc is better absorbed with animal protein, those following vegetarian or plant-based diets should be particularly mindful of their intake. Iron, the oxygen carrier and enzyme helper. What it does. The thyroid needs iron to generate hormones effectively, and the enzyme thyroid peroxidase, TPO, the one often targeted in Hashimoto's, requires iron to do its job. Furthermore, a common symptom of hypothyroidism is fatigue, and this is compounded if you also have iron deficiency anemia, which often go hand in hand. If you are feeling chronically tired, it is essential to have a full iron panel, not just hemoglobin, checked by your doctor. How to get it? The most bioavailable form is heme iron, found in lean meats and fish. Non-heme iron sources include spinach, lentils, beans, and fortified cereals. To boost the absorption of plant-based iron, pair it with a source of vitamin C, like a squeeze of lemon juice on your lentils or spinach. Iodine, the core component. What it does. This is the most famous thyroid nutrient. Iodine is the literal backbone of your thyroid hormones. T4 has 4 iodine molecules, and T3 has 3. You simply cannot produce these hormones without it. However, in autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's, too much iodine can actually trigger or worsen the autoimmune attack. The goal is to maintain a healthy balance. Not too much, not too little. How to get it? Iodized salt is the most common source, but be careful not to overdo it. Other natural sources include seaweed, like kelp, which is very high and should be consumed in moderation, fish, and dairy products. If you are dealing with Hashimoto's, talk to your doctor before adding an iodine supplement. Vitamin D, the immune modulator, it's a hormone. What it does. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin. It functions as a potent hormone in the body, especially in immune regulation. Research consistently shows that people with autoimmune thyroid conditions have a high prevalence of vitamin D deficiency. Maintaining optimal levels is critical because vitamin D helps to balance the immune system, which can calm the inflammatory response that damages the thyroid. How to get it? The primary source is safe sun exposure, about 15 to 20 minutes a day without sunscreen. Dietary sources include fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, and fortified milk. Given the difficulty in getting enough from diet and sun alone, supplementation is often necessary, but you should always check your levels with a blood test first. B vitamins, especially B12, the energy crew. What it does. B vitamins are vital cofactors in countless metabolic processes, including energy production. Vitamin B12 is especially important because hypothyroidism often causes or is linked to B12 deficiency. This makes the primary symptom of hypothyroidism, fatigue, even more debilitating. B12 is crucial for nerve function and the creation of red blood cells. How to get it? B12 is only naturally found in animal products, meat, fish, eggs, dairy. If you follow a vegetarian or vegan diet, supplementation is absolutely essential. Other B vitamins are abundant in leafy greens, whole grains, and legumes. By making a conscious effort to include these key nutrients in your daily diet, you are giving your thyroid the best possible chance to produce and convert hormones efficiently, moving you from feeling sluggish and depleted to balanced and energized. Pillar 2. The hidden stressors, environmental toxins. Alright, so you're starting to dial in your diet, focusing on those key nutrients. But what if I told you that the battle for your thyroid health is also being fought in your kitchen, your bathroom, and even in the air you breathe? We are constantly surrounded by chemicals called endocrine disruptors. Think of them as hormone hijackers. They are compounds that can mimic, block, or otherwise interfere with your body's delicate hormonal symphony, and your thyroid is one of their primary targets. This isn't about creating fear. It's about building awareness so you can make simple, powerful choices to reduce your exposure. Let's pull back the curtain on the most common culprits. BPA, bisphenol A, the plastic impersonator. What it is: BPA is a chemical used to make certain plastics hard and clear. It's a well-known endocrine disruptor that has a structure similar to estrogen, allowing it to bind to your body's hormone receptors. How it harms the thyroid: when BPA latches onto a hormone receptor, it's like a key that fits into the lock but can't turn the engine on. It just sits there, blocking the real thyroid hormones from binding and doing their job. This can disrupt the entire signaling pathway, leading to altered thyroid hormone levels. Where it's found, the most common sources are the linings of canned foods, to prevent corrosion, older hard plastic water bottles, like some reusable sports bottles, and, surprisingly, thermal paper receipts. That shiny coating on store receipts is often loaded with BPA that can be absorbed through your skin. Simple swaps. Opt for foods in glass jars instead of cans whenever possible. Look for cans specifically labeled BPA-free. Switch to a stainless steel or glass water bottle. Say no, thank you to receipts at the gas station or ATM, and wash your hands after handling them. Phthalates, the scent stealers. What they are: phthalates are chemicals used to make plastics more flexible and also to help fragrances last longer. If a product has a strong, synthetic scent that lingers, it likely contains phthalates. How they harm the thyroid. Studies have shown that higher levels of phthalates in the body are associated with lower thyroid hormone levels, particularly T4. They can inhibit the enzymes your body needs to produce these essential hormones. Where they're found, this is the big one: the word fragrance or parfum on an ingredients list. That wall of synthetic scent isn't just in perfume. It's in your laundry detergent, fabric softener, scented candles, air fresheners, and many lotions, shampoos, and cosmetics. It's that new car smell or the scent of a plug-in air freshener. Simple swaps. Adopt a fragrance-free policy for your personal care and cleaning products. Use wool dryer balls with a few drops of essential oil instead of scented dryer sheets. Choose candles made with soy or beeswax and essential oils, not synthetic fragrances. Read labels and avoid anything that lists fragrance as an ingredient. PFCs/PFAS, the forever chemicals. What they are: these are per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, a class of chemicals used to make surfaces resistant to water, stains, and grease. They're called forever chemicals because they don't break down in the environment or in our bodies. How they harm the thyroid. PFAS can accumulate in the body and have been shown to alter thyroid hormone levels and metabolism, interfering with the gland's normal function. Where they're found, the most famous source is non-stick cookware, Teflon. But they are also in stain-resistant carpets and furniture, waterproof clothing, and grease-resistant food packaging like some fast food wrappers, microwave popcorn bags, and pizza boxes. Simple swaps. Switch to cookware made of cast iron, stainless steel, or ceramic. Avoid buying furniture or carpets treated with stain-proof chemicals. Be mindful of food packaging. Transfer takeout food to a real plate as soon as you get home. Halogens, the iodine competitors. What they are. This is a big one. Halogens are a group of elements on the periodic table that includes chlorine, fluoride, and bromine. What makes them relevant is their structural similarity to iodine. How they harm the thyroid. Your thyroid gland has receptors specifically designed to pull iodine from your bloodstream to build thyroid hormones. Because these other halogens look so similar to iodine, they can also fit into these receptors. They act as competitive inhibitors. If a receptor is clogged with chlorine or fluoride, it can't take up the iodine it needs, effectively starving your thyroid of its most essential building block. Where they're found, the most common exposure is through our tap water, which is often treated with both chlorine and fluoride. You'll also find them in swimming pools, some toothpastes, and certain baked goods, which can contain brominated flour. Simple swaps. This is why filtering your water is one of the most powerful things you can do for your thyroid. A quality carbon block filter can remove chlorine, and a reverse osmosis system can remove fluoride. Even filtering your shower water is beneficial, as you absorb these chemicals through your skin and lungs. Consider a fluoride-free toothpaste, especially if you have a confirmed thyroid condition. This isn't about living in a bubble or being paranoid. It's about recognizing that our daily choices matter. By systematically upgrading the products you use every day, from your water bottle to your cookware to your laundry detergent, you reduce the total toxic burden on your body, giving your thyroid the clean environment it needs to do its job properly. Start with one thing and build from there. Pillar 3. Lifestyle, the foundation of health. We've talked about food, nutrients, and toxins. Now we arrive at what is arguably the most powerful pillar of all. Let's be very clear. You cannot supplement your way out of a life that is fundamentally out of balance. The most perfect, nutrient-dense diet in the world will have limited effect if your lifestyle is constantly sending stress signals to your body. Your daily habits, how you manage stress, how you move your body, and how you sleep, are the foundation upon which your hormonal health is built. Let's break down the 3 non-negotiables. 1. Stress management. Taming the cortisol dragon. The why. In our modern world, we treat stress as a normal state of being. But for your thyroid, chronic stress is a state of emergency. When you're constantly dealing with deadlines, financial worries, family responsibilities, or even just the endless stream of notifications on your phone, your body floods itself with the stress hormone, cortisol. In short bursts, cortisol is life-saving. But when it's chronically elevated, it wages a quiet war on your thyroid in 3 specific ways. It slows production. High cortisol tells your brain's pituitary gland to whisper, not shout, at your thyroid. It reduces the signal, TSH, telling your thyroid to make hormones. It blocks conversion. As we discussed, you need to convert inactive T4 to active T3. Cortisol directly inhibits this process, leaving you with plenty of T4 but not enough of the active hormone that actually boosts your metabolism. It creates reverse T3. Under stress, your body can convert T4 into something called reverse T3, RT3. Think of RT3 as a key that fits perfectly into the T3 receptor's lock but is cut backwards. It can't turn the engine on. It just sits there, blocking the real, active T3 from doing its job, making your symptoms even worse. Actionable, HowTOS. This isn't about eliminating stress. It's about building resilience and learning to shift your body out of that fight-or-flight state. Find what works for you. Master your breath. This is the fastest way to calm your nervous system. Try box breathing right now. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4, gently hold your breath for 4, exhale slowly through your mouth for 4, and hold the exhale for 4. Repeat this for just 2 minutes. It's a free, powerful tool you can use anywhere. Connect with nature. Spending even 15 to 20 minutes a day outside, preferably in a green space, has been scientifically shown to lower cortisol levels. This practice, sometimes called forest bathing, is incredibly restorative. Practice gratitude. The act of focusing on what is good retrains your brain to seek out the positive. Before bed, write down or simply think of 3 specific things that went well during your day. It shifts your entire physiological state. 2. Smart exercise. Moving to energize, not deplete. The why. The go hard or go home mentality can be disastrous for someone with a compromised thyroid. If you're already feeling exhausted, pushing yourself through a grueling high-intensity workout is like trying to pay off a debt by taking out another high-interest loan. It just digs you deeper into a hole of fatigue. Intense exercise is a physical stressor. For a healthy body, it's a beneficial stress that leads to adaptation and strength. But for an already stressed system, it can pour more cortisol on the fire, further suppressing thyroid function. The goal of exercise for thyroid health is to energize and restore, not to exhaust and deplete. Actionable, HOWTOS, the Goldilocks principle. What to favor? Walking, a brisk 30-minute walk, especially outdoors, is perhaps the perfect thyroid exercise. It boosts metabolism, improves insulin sensitivity, and lowers stress without taxing your system. Yoga and Tai Chi. These practices are brilliant because they combine gentle movement with mindfulness and deep breathing, directly lowering cortisol while improving flexibility and strength. Strength training. This is crucial. Building muscle is one of the best ways to support your metabolism. Focus on lifting moderate weights with good form, and allow for plenty of rest between sets and between workouts. 2 to 3 sessions a week is ideal. What to be cautious with? Be mindful of chronic cardio, like long-distance running for hours, and back-to-back high-intensity interval training, HIIT, sessions. These are not bad, but if you find yourself feeling completely wiped out for the rest of the day after a workout, your body is telling you to scale back. Listen to it. 3. Prioritizing sleep. Your master reset button. The why. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a non-negotiable biological necessity during which your body repairs, detoxifies, and regulates its hormones. The entire hormonal cascade, from your brain to your thyroid to your adrenal glands, is calibrated while you sleep. Poor sleep keeps cortisol levels high into the night, disrupts blood sugar, and prevents your thyroid from getting the restorative break it needs to function properly. Consistently getting less than 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep is one of the biggest obstacles to healing. Actionable, HOWTOS. Create your sleep sanctuary. Establish a power down hour. The hour before bed is sacred. No screens. The blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs directly inhibits your body's production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Instead, read a physical book, listen to calming music, take a warm bath with Epsom salts, or do some gentle stretching. Make your bedroom a cave. Your brain is wired to sleep in a cool, dark, and quiet environment. Use blackout curtains, cover any small LED lights, and consider a white noise machine or earplugs to block out disruptions. Get morning sunlight. This is a crucial, often overlooked step. Getting 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight in your eyes within the first hour of waking helps to anchor your body's internal clock, circadian rhythm, which in turn helps you produce melatonin at the right time later that night. Be consistent. Try to go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body thrives on routine. By treating these 3 lifestyle factors with the same importance as your diet, you create a powerful synergy. You stop fighting an uphill battle and start working with your body, providing the safety, rest, and restorative movement it needs to truly heal and thrive. In conclusion, supporting your thyroid is not about a single quick fix. It's about being an active participant in your health journey. By reducing your intake of inflammatory and goitrogenic foods, nourishing your body with key nutrients, minimizing exposure to environmental toxins, and building a foundation of restorative lifestyle habits, you create the right conditions for your thyroid to function optimally. And since inflammation and metabolic health are central to this entire conversation, we want to empower you with a tool to take meaningful action. Our eBook, Keto Made Easy, is designed to help you tackle inflammation head-on. It breaks down how a well-formulated, anti-inflammatory eating plan can help you manage your weight, reclaim your energy, and support your metabolic health. You'll find the link in the description of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Wellness Insight, for more science-backed tips for your health after 50. If you found this information valuable, give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment with your thoughts, and share this video with anyone you think might benefit. Thank you for being part of our community. Be sure to check out our playlist on this topic. Also, YouTube's smart algorithm will be showing you other videos it knows you'll find helpful.